Hi, the date is July 21st, 2026, and I want to talk about not living through your emotions and not making the emotions you're feeling how your life is. Because when you're improving your life, for example, I've started getting better sleeps and spending less time on my phone, and it is not a straight shot to you get better sleep and you spend less time on your phone, you feel amazing. That's just not how it is. You feel like shit, to be honest. And it sucks because something that was filling a hole inside of you is no longer filling that void. And so now you're just stuck sitting there feeling bad, and you can internalize that and think your life is bad. But if you do that, then it opens up a doorway to go right back into those destructive patterns, and you say, my life is limited. I'm only on this earth for so long. I want to enjoy my life. So why should I stop myself from going on these things? And I think it's balancing what you want to achieve versus how you are feeling in the moment. Because we can't be happy 100% of our lives, but we have to accept happiness will go away, but we also have to realize that the suffering will go away, that the uncomfortability will move away as we more integrate these healthy habits into our lives. As you can see with some of my videos, a lot of times I'll make a video when something good is going on in my life and I'll feel very charismatic and upbeat. And then when something like this happens, I'll feel a bit more kind of, there's something to improve, there's something to fix. But the truth is, to get to those moments where we have all the good in our lives, we just have to feel the bad. And I think something that a lot of people can get mixed up is the habit of self-destruction leading to feeling better because of how we time and because of the timing of our self-destructive habits. Whereas we're feeling good and then we're starting to be healthier, and then we start to feel bad again. We go into that cycle of feeling bad, and then we start to indulge in those destructive habits to feel good again, and that coincides with us moving into the phase where we are feeling good again. So we believe that not only was it the unhealthy habits that made us feel good, it was also we believe that it was the unhealthy habits that made us feel good, and it was them that made us feel fulfilled and whole inside, when sometimes we just have to go through those periods of not feeling whole and not feeling happy and not feeling fulfilled without self-destruction, to reach a kind of a state of being where it's like you're not in self-destructive habits, but you feel that kind of happiness and freeness. So as I would usually do, I would usually go back into my self-destructive habits, scroll, watch a bunch of YouTube, a bunch of other stuff, but I'm going to purposely stay in the state of, I guess you could call, suffering or unhappiness, and carry on anyway. I'm going to carry on making these videos. I'm going to carry on getting good sleep. I'm going to carry on going to work and striving towards my goals. even when I'm not happy, without falling into the self-destructive patterns. And I don't know how that's going to work out, but it's different than what I've done my whole life. And whereas I've never felt, it's like it always comes in cycles. I've never felt okay, and I've never felt that it's okay to be where I am now. I always need to change. It always needs to keep working forward, keep changing. But I think the only way to achieve that state of being, of wholeness, and yourself, even when you're not happy, is to accept yourself. And the only way to accept yourself is to be okay with how you are now and have how you see yourself. So here's how you see yourself, and here is how you actually are. Have those line up. And when I look at myself, I'm not okay with seeing someone who does those destructive habits. And that's what keeps me in this cycle. So the only way to pull out of that cycle is to become someone who does not do those things, is to match up how you want to see yourself and how you see yourself and how you can accept yourself and how you are, match those all into one. And I think that is how you achieve that state of being okay with not being happy and not always trying to reach something that is unreachable. But just a theory. I'm trying it out, and yeah, I hope to make videos in the future that talks about my progress with that. Bit of a shorter video, but yeah, thanks for watching. That's the end of the video.